Welcome to Where There's a Wills, There's a Play. My name's Ian, and I'm here with a Top 10 Tuesday. This is part of our ongoing series of videos we're doing here at the end of the year, beginning of 2025, which sounds really weird to say, where we are just reviewing 2024. So this is a Top 10 2024 Board Game Arena year in review. I actually have three top 10 lists for you today. I have my top 10 opponents that I've played. I have the top 10 games I've played, as far as number of games of each of them I played, and the top 10 ranking of games. As for opponents, I tend to stick to the same sort of people. Jamie Stegmeyer from Stonemeyer Games hosts a bi weekly Wednesday game night where we hop on Discord and we play in real time. We'll play about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, 2, 3 games, depending on the length of the games. It's a great way to learn some new games. I first got on that, I think, late in 2023. And then in 2024, I really kind of started playing a lot on BGA. It's been great because I've got to meet some really cool people, make some new board gaming friends. It's really just my wife and I, or me and my board game club, who play. And then it's also allowed me to play some games that I might play solo multiplayer, or some games that we just play 2 players with more than 2 players. It also has allowed me to explore and find a lot of new games. In fact, I've added several games to our collection this year that I learned on Board Game Arena that I knew that Stacy would also enjoy. Um, and some of those will come up later. So let's get on to the first list. Not first list. So I played 72 different games, a total of 292 times with 60 different players over there. Now let's move on. So a lot of these names, guys, are from my Wednesday board game. Some of them are much larger content creators that you guys probably all know, or a lot of you know, that I've just connected with uh, on Board Game Arena to play games with. So it's been really cool to connect with them. So let's get on to my 2024 BGA opponents. There was a 3-way tie for 8th place. First is, with 14 plays, is Bug from Wednesday game nights. So those ones, I believe, are all on Wednesday nights that I played him. I'm not sure if there was any asynchronous ones, like I have with a lot of other players on here that I've started playing quite a few games with. So that is Bug from Wednesday game night. Also, Garrett from Wednesday game night is on there with 14 plays. And then Jenna from the board game Garden is on there with 14 plays. Connected with her. I think she was talking about Board Game Arena and then ended up connecting with her. And yeah, we have games going, one or two games going pretty regularly. In fact, I have one right now going with her and somebody else who's going to appear on this list. And I got a game of Faraway going. And then Nursey from Wednesday Game Night, who also runs his own board game channel, Nursey Games, with 21 plays. Number 6 is Jamie Stegmeyer from Stonemeyer Games, and those are all games that were played on Discord, so all 22 plays, all 22 games played. And then my friend Kate, who actually a couple years ago connected with her, she graduated with my younger brother. Saw her name on a post on Board Game Arena and saw the last name and like, there's a good chance that I know her. And I actually graduated with sister-in-laws, I think it was. So we've connected over board gaming and have played quite a bit on Board Game Arena as well. Number 4 is Jacob from Wednesday Game Night with 41 plays. This one's actually jumped up quite a bit since he started playing on Board Game Arena on our Wednesday game nights, because we constantly have games going asynchronously. We actually have one going right now. So, and then Mike from the Brothers Murph, another much larger name board game content creator that I've connected with over Board Game Arena, and I have 45 plays with him. He is also in the game of Faraway. I've played quite a few games with Faraway with him and Jenna, and a couple other people over the year. Number 2 is Paul from Dads and Dice with 77 plays. This is mostly asynchronously. We have gotten on the Discord channel a couple times and played live. I think we're actually going to try and work out some sort of campaign game or something where we can actually play live online with each other and stream that on Dads and Dice, and then maybe stream it on here as well. Um, so yeah, stay tuned for that. That could be pretty interesting if we can get that to work. So yeah, that is Paul from Dad's Dice. And Paul has been very instrumental in helping us improve our channel. He's also a teacher like me, and he suggested the lights we have. He suggested the microphone we have. He just suggested the good camera we have. So he's been a lot of help in in playing or in playing a role in helping us improve our channel over the year. And number one with a whopping 105 plays is Jeff from Wednesday Game Night. Jeff and I, since we met on Wednesday Game Night, have almost consistently had some sort of game going asynchronously as well. Him and Jacob are in a game of No Mahalo with me right now. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Let me go over here and see what other. I know I've got like 3 games going right now that will not be counting on these stats because they will all be counting in 2025 because I do track all my stats and let me just see here real quick. I do have 3 games going right now. Well, that's not working on there right now. So let's go see. I have 3 games going right now. And yeah, No Mahalo, Jeff and Jacob are both in, and Far Away, Mike and Jen are in, along with Dave from Board Game Dave. So there you have it. There are my top 10 opponents that I've played in 2024. And I think those numbers are just going to get bigger now that I've connected with most of them midway through the year. Moving on to the most played games. Now, like I said, I am counting only games that were finished in 2024. So that means my game of Far Away, which I thought might get done just in time, will not be on this list. And which actually bumped it out of a tied spot, which we will see. So coming in at number 10 is Sky Team with 8 plays. This was all with Jeff. Earlier this year, we hopped on Discord a couple times to play this. I would like to get some asynchronous going with this. Again, I love Sky Team. I don't know which one we will ever add into our collection, but I do really enjoy that game. So I would like to get some more games of Sky Team. So anybody out there who wants to play some Sky Team with me that sees this, let me know. We'll just play some async. And a tie for 8th is Draftosaurus with 10 games. This was a lot with Paul from Dads and Dice. And then we've played both the summer, the winter, and the summer-winter combination. This is one of the games that I learned on Board Game Arena and went, I think Stacy's going to like this, and she has really enjoyed this one as well. So Draftosaurus, and that is tied with Azul, like a modern classic game. Played quite a bit of this on Board Game Arena. I've also been playing Azul Summer Pavilion quite a bit since they put it on there, so I do like some Azul. I do like playing with kind of the people I play with because none of us are hate drafters and we just like to play to have fun. So I don't tend to play with a lot of random people. Because I just, got my comfort zone, and even online, I got my comfort zone. And coming in at 6 at a tie is Cartographers with 11 plays. This has been a lot with Paul and Mike. Oh, no, not Mike. And Jeff and Jacob. And we've constantly have games going with this. This is one that I do enjoy playing, but I do enjoy the solo mode better because I'm not a big fan of the ambushes, but I will always play it. I just don't like being mean in games, which is also, like I said, with Azul. I don't like hate drafting, and I don't really like playing with people who do hate draft because, I mean, every so often you're going to end up with it, but it's not on purpose. So the ambushes, I'm not a huge fan of it in multiplayer and having to purposely like screw someone over. So, but I will play this whenever. So if you want to play Cartographers, drop me a line. Another one, Tapestry. This is one that I learned on the tabletop earlier this year. I actually taught it to Jeff on Board Game Arena, and now we constantly have games going with this. We actually just finished one just a few days ago, I think we ended it, or within the last week. I know we just ended one. Constantly have games of Tapestry going. I actually like this one. I don't have a great strategy with it. I like this one better multiplayer on BGA personally. It is quite a beast to set up on the table. I just realized I should have probably had my BGA name uh, up there in the link. So let me. Oh, look at this. I've got it. Oh, that's not what I want to do. That is not the right thing. Let's move this up here. Let's just move that right there. You want to add me as a friend on BGA? There's my name, Wisco Wills, which might be changing soon. We'll see. And going into number 3, this is a 3-way tie for third. And Super Mega Lucky Box. I've played a lot of this. 13 plays, just a real fun game to play. Not a whole lot of thinking, so you can come back to it pretty easily. That's another thing I like when I play asynchronously is um, games that you don't need a whole lot of thinking. Like, okay, boom. I don't need to keep notes. I don't need to keep track of stuff. Um, I don't mind playing those, and as obviously you can tell with Tapestry, there's a lot going on there. But this one very easy to come back to, and that is tied with River Valley Glassworks, which this is another one I learned on BGA. Had no clue what I was doing the first time we played. I think we learned this on a Wednesday game night actually, and then played it again. Really enjoyed it, and I knew it was going to be one we liked. Um, and so this is one that I actually backed on Kickstarter for the deluxe because I knew the deluxe was going to have the solo mode, and so I was very excited about the solo mode, and I knew it was one Stacy was going to like, and she has enjoyed this one as well. So that is Valley Glassworks, and that is also tied with Faraway with 13 plays. I said Faraway. Had we finished the game that is currently being played, this would have been up higher. But as it is, I finished 13 games of this year. I really like Faraway. I love the. When I first played it, I really had no clue what I was doing. And then I started figuring it out. This was another one that we learned on Wednesday game night. I really had no idea what we were doing. Then I really figured out. I actually went on a 5-game win streak, which was I was pretty surprised when I did that. And then of course I followed that up with a 3-game lose streak, and then I'm kind of back and forth with them. I really like the mind game you have to play um, with figuring out how to lay them down so that then they score when you come backwards. And then moving into a tie for first place. So yes, Faraway would have been in a 3-way tie for first. With 14 plays, Can't Stop. Really simple, really easy one. I think Stacy and I have even played this one on BGA. She has an account. She doesn't really play much on there, but this one is really easy to play. Really quick, really easy. I like that it gives you everything you need to do. So like it tells you your combinations, and just a really fun, easy, another easy asynchronous game that you can play. And that is tied with Draft and Write Records. This is one that I learned on Board Game Arena. I I don't think it was on a game night. It might have been. Another one I really had no idea what I was doing, but I love my roll and rides, my flipping fills, whatever and whatevers. And I knew I was gonna like this game, so I bought it and played it solo several times. I went, okay, I understand what I'm doing. So this is another game that I almost constantly have at least one game going with different groups of people. So Draft and Write Records with 14 plays. So that brings me on to my rankings. So when I rank these, I kind of look at things a couple different ways. Games that I really enjoy playing in different ways. So either multiplayer that I normally play solo, or 3, 4, 5 players instead of just 2 players. Or also just games that I don't own, probably won't own, because they're not going to be games for Stacy. They don't have solo modes, or games that I just really like playing on here that have introduced me to on here. And so moving on to number 10. Number 10 is Castle Combo. This is a more recent one. little card laying game where you're scoring based on a 3x3 grid based on what cards you have in there. It's been a lot of fun. This is another one that I learned on Wednesday game night. I've really enjoyed playing this one. I have a game of it going right now, actually. Number 9 is Planet Unknown, another one that I don't own. I probably won't own because it would be just for solo play. I love polyomino games. Honestly, I have no strategy in this game. I really probably need to watch a playthrough and some videos because I have absolutely no strategy in this game. We constantly have one going. I think I actually finally won my first game a little while ago. I'm actually kind of surprised this one did not make the most played. Oh, it was just barely. It was just barely out of it. I was like, I'm kind of surprised because we seem to have a constant game of this going on BGA, one after another. It was sitting one out of the top 10. So, Planet Unknown. Number 8, Captain Flip, another recent one. I really like this one. Tile laying game where you're laying it on different ships. Um, Very unique where you grab the tile, you place it down. You either can play that side or you can flip it over. You can't flip it back. Once you flip it over, each little character has different abilities. So Captain Flip has been a lot of fun trying to figure out what to put, where to put them, and when to place them, and when to flip them, and when not to flip them. Because some of them are score a lot, but you can get yourself in danger if you flip stuff too much, and you end up with too much of one of the characters. Number 7 was Stone Spine Architects. This is a recent addition. I think it's actually still in beta. Um, that Paul from Dads and Dice and I have played several times. I do own this game. I backed this one on Kickstarter. I love the solo mode. It is amazing. On BGA, it does allow me to play it two player, and I do like that as well. So this just allows me. This is one the first three 10 through 9 were 10 through 8 were ones that allow me to play a game that I don't own, probably won't own. This one allows me to play a game that I only play solo multiplayer. So I really like this one. I'm looking forward to playing it more. Number 6 is another one that we own, Harmonies, and I believe we owned it before it went on BGA, or before I played it on BGA. And this is one that I just didn't. It's a really easy game to play on BGA. I really enjoy the game. I love the puzzle of it, and I can play with like big groups on there. I usually have a game of this going with 3, 4 people, so I do enjoy Harmonies. And number 5, Tapestry. Like I said, this was one of my top 10 games played this year as far as count. Constantly have a game going with this with groups of people, and I really do enjoy playing this one online. Like I said, I think I like this one better multiplayer than solo. I think it's main, and actually I think I like it more on BGA than on the tabletop, which is weird because that is a great tabletop presence. But for solo play, it is a beast to set up. There's a lot of stuff to get out and set up. So I like playing this one on it's just the ease of it, and I just really like playing it. Another game that I really have no strategy. I barely ever win at it. I could probably tell you right now how many times I have won at it on BGA. And That is once out of 11 games I've actually won. But I do enjoy playing it. So don't have to win it. I do enjoy playing it and trying to figure it out. Obviously, I'm not very good at figuring it out. Jeff seems to be the one that kicks our butt every time since I taught him. So I guess I should be flattered since I taught him how to play it. All right, Tapestry at number 5. At number 4 is Let's Go to Japan. This is another one that is recently added. This is one I backed on Kickstarter. Stacey and I absolutely love this game. And then it was added to Board Game Arena. I've played this one a few times with a couple different groups of people. Really enjoy playing this one. First of all, I love the game, so that helps, and it makes it quicker. So you don't have to do all the scoring at the end. Although scrolling over all the cards to make sure you have the right stuff is a little bit. I do like stuff with cards on the tabletop, but I do like this one. I really enjoy playing this one on Board Game Arena. And right now it's just kind of one of my top games. I mean, this one is probably going to appear on our top games of the year list in a few weeks. Number 3 is Sky Team. Another one I don't own. Probably won't own it. I know there's a solo variant, but I just think the two-player. I know there's a fan-made solo variant. Let me rephrase that. A fan-made solo variant. Um, I just really like playing this one. I hope to actually start playing it more. Maybe getting a couple games going with some people asynchronously. So that's Sky Team. And number 2, Draft and Write Records. Like I said, learned it on BGA. Talked about this one already. Learned it on BGA. Bought it. Absolutely love this game. Constantly have a game of this going. Actually, I probably got to start a new one up here pretty soon. So Draft and Write Records, wonderful game. I like the puzzle of what you can do and where are you going to play stuff so you can try and combo things. I've had a couple games recently where I've had some big combos. I've had really low scores in this game, and then I had one score um, where I scored like 250, and I had just so much filled in. It was crazy. It was just I was getting the right cards at the right time, and I was putting together some 8, 9, and 10 string combos, and it just did everything just right. And so number one, if you paid attention to videos that I or games that I've played a lot, and there's one that has not been listed on this. Number one is Far Away. This is a game that I know we will not own. This is not a game Stacy um, would enjoy trying to play and trying to figure out laying a card down and then having to make sure you have the stuff after it to score it and then scoring backwards. This is a game that I absolutely love. Like I said, have a game of it going right now on Board Game Arena. Constantly have games of this going. Absolutely love Far Away. It is my number one favorite game to play on Board Game Arena right now. Well, there you have it. There is my top 10 lists, my top 10 opponents, my top 10 most games played, and my top 10 ranking for Board Game Arena. Um, there's a little review of them if you want to see that. So there you have it, guys. There's my Board Game Arena review for 2024. What are some of your favorite games to play on Board Game Arena? What games have you played the most? If you track, I do track them all on Board Game Stats. I do put it as Board Game Arena so I can look at the tabletop versus Board Game Arena. But I like to see every game I played, and so excuse me. Um, there you go. Awesome. If you want to play with me, right there, right there. Here, right there is my username right now, Wisco Wills. So if you want to add me, if you want to play some games with me, like I said, I'm not a hate drafter. I'm a friendly player. I don't like playing mean. So if you're that type of player, I probably would not enjoy playing with you. But if you're not and you just want to play some games, hey, add me and let me know who you are from here so that I know when you're adding me. And we'll play some games on Board Game Arena in 2025. If you like this video and want to see more, please hit that subscribe button up above. And if you want to see the rest of my top 10s, you can follow that link. Once again, this has been Where There's a Wills, There's a Play. My name's Ian, and I'll see you next time.